Hey everybody! Welcome back to some more new Entropia content. Sorry about all the lag. I tried uninstalling and reinstalling XSplit, didn't fix it. Alright, I think it looks like the lag is over. Now, a big shout out to everyone who's still watching the show. Sorry about the fucking episode yesterday. Now, I knew that this was going to happen when I cut out cannabis, that I was going to get really cranky, even more than usual. Recording the Entropia episode yesterday morning, I just got on a whole fucking rant that was really offensive. I'd just like to apologize to everyone for that. I know I got a lot of dislikes, and I completely understand it. No, like some topics you really shouldn't be talking about, and that was probably one of them. But anyways, I appreciate everyone who stuck with me. And I'll try to keep it more positive, no more biblical and fucking political shit. I'll try to keep it all video game related. And if I get off on a tangent, I apologize in advance. No, I think the cannabis addiction breaking is actually a lot better today. Today's day 3. So I think the first day was rough. Second day was even rougher, but day 3 it's starting to get better now. It'll be better soon. No, it reminds me of one of my favorite singer songs. She has one called Better Soon. It's by Alicia Brilla. Encourage everyone to listen to it if they have a chance. She has some awesome videos on YouTube. She's like a really cool celebrity. Like, she's like a local band, but she managed to make it to the Junos, I think it is. She almost won a Juno Award. I've seen her play in concert a lot of times, and even went to one of her charity dinners. And then when her charity dinner turned out to be a really small one. I was expecting a hall of like thousands of people. It was just like me and her at a table with a couple other old people. Alright, so let's go. Now, let's hope things will be better soon. Maybe loot-wise too, right? Let's see if we can get some gold. Oh yeah, shit! Big shout out to all my viewers. One guy, this is the message here actually, I believe. Some people have been messaging saying, hey, we like your show and we want to buy a mankini from you. I'm like, oh, thank God, guys. Because I was really kind of worried that my ped roll was going to be close to low for like months while I try to recoup the losses from making those mankinis. But with some people actually buying the mankinis? But yeah, that's what I was going to say too. Does anyone know how selling the mankini works? Like, I know that I can't put it in my shop on other planets because it's grayed out. So is it still continue to be grayed out? What I'll have to do is maybe I'll find someone sweating today and ask them, hey guys, can I like... Oh yeah, you can still move it, so hopefully I can trade it. I'm worried that they ban the private trade of it too. So viewer, if you're watching it and I make it all the way to meet up with you, hopefully I'm actually able to trade it with you. Alright, let's try to communicate with them. Hey man. Yeah, sounds good. He's asking when I'm going to be online so that I can meet him. I would say, well, what did I put? Hey, sounds good. I'm usually online in the morning, but anytime. Just message me. When you'll be online, and I'll meet you. Because I work from home. Alright, there was something else I wanted to put in there. Oh yeah. What planet should I meet you? God, it's like I can type 40 words per minute, but a lot of the times I fuck up and I'm like constantly 40 words per minute going back and correcting shit. What planet you want to meet on? Cali? Alright. And there was another viewer, big shout out, like even after that shitty episode yesterday, he gave me some advice, like he's like, hey, you want to come meet me, or Yeah, that was what I asked. Where should I film next? Because I'm going to be leaving Toulan. And he's like, please come visit Cyrene. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to come visit Cyrene after I get this Mankini sold. I just got to refill my ped value or I'd run right there. Alright, so that's what we got. Maybe I'll make the title of my video that. Well, let's wait till we actually sell the Mankini. Now, what has the Mankini value been at lately? I'm scared to check it. 18 bet? Why? Why? It's like only 60 of them are sold and they let them go that cheap? God. Oh no, for today's episode, I think for some extra chat, I'll get back into the cannabis alchemy instead of political situations. Because I had some updates on that as well. Alright, so what's the deal? I guess I can't really leave this planet yet, because I want to finish the crafting run. So we'll do that first. Well yeah, this place has been absolute shit. Or wait, no, it wasn't too bad. I was going to say the terminals weren't giving me good shit here, but I'm pretty sure this is the one I got the 7 ped from. So I shouldn't be bashing it. Alright, it's a little bit early in the morning, so before I move on to the titties, we'll start here. Okay, so what other shit was there? I was just about to say something I forgot. Son of a... Oh yeah, the Cannabis Alchemy, the updates. Yeah, see, I think my short-term memory is slightly improving already. Only 3 days in, I'm starting to notice my recall speed. It's definitely picked up a little. So I'm still forgetting, but I can just recall it faster when I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, and then the other update is it has changed my voice a fair bit, I think. Does anyone want to comment? Does my voice sound different to you? Maybe it's just because I'm hearing it sounds different. For me, it's just it seems way easier to articulate my words properly, so you can actually hear the difference, and not just be mumbling all the time. Alright, yeah, and what other Cannabis Alchemy experiment? Oh yeah, that was the other one. Remember how I was saying when you first quit cannabis, you get really, really vivid dreams? Well, the first night, it was somewhat vivid, but I could feel the cannabis still in there interfering it. And then the second night, guess what happened? I fucking found a way to stop the dreams altogether, and it didn't even require cannabis. So now I have a secret weapon when I get sick of dreaming too much. It turned out, last night, I was going for a bike ride. And I'll tell the whole story, because we got a little bit of time crafting. So my brother calls, he's like, hey, he's having a camp or bonfire in the backyard, I should come over. There's only a couple people, so still on social, or whatever the rules are for how much you can have for social gatherings, still within limits. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go bike over there. So I start biking over there, and maybe it's the whole weight loss thing, like I already have started to lose a little bit of weight because quitting cannabis has cut my calorie intake down to less than 2,000 calories a day. So now the fucking weight's just flying off. Because I'm a big guy, like 6'2". Hey, what's going on? More lag? God, that's annoying. Yeah, so anyways, I'm pretty big, like 6'2", around 200 pounds. So when I'm lifting weights, I fucking burn calories like crazy. Like I think my record was when I was doing fasting and working out, I fucking burned through like 20 pounds in a couple days. No, it was like 4 days. So yeah, but that's fucking a ridiculous amount of weight to burn. And I was thinking it was all water weight, but I have one of those scales that measures how much water's in you. So when I stood on it, my water weight wasn't the difference. I actually lost it other than just water. So anyways, I'm biking and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, what was it? I stopped at a red light and there was this fucking car full of smoking hot chicks that just came back from the bar. Must have been hammered. So they started fucking catcalling and whistling at me and I'm like, holy shit, right? Like, this is sweet. No, it's like the opposite prophecy I used to talk about on my Ancient Mystery shows, that everything will become the opposite before the next golden age. I was like, there's another opposite for you, right? Like, here I am the guy that's normally catcalling at chicks, but now it's reversed. Where here I am out in public and girls are whistling at me. It's like, what the fuck? The only thing I could think of is either that A, they were hammered and couldn't really see me too clearly, and the muscle shirt was making it seem like I was like built, not so fat. And the only other reason I could think is sometimes I do randomly run into people that have seen my YouTube content, which is really strange because, I don't know. Like, normally running into people in real life that have seen your online stuff is rare, but running into people that have seen it online is actually pretty common. Like, a lot of times people will be like, hey man, are you that Slago guy? And I'm like, yeah man, I'm Slago man. Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen my Slago video, sign up to Entropia Partners and get paid to watch it. Oh, I got a blueprint. It's the basic structure. Basically shit. Alright. Starting to get a little bit more energy. So let's move on to the first tea and titty. Now I'm not sure how I'll do this. Maybe I'll enjoy the first tea for a while, then move to the second tea so it doesn't get lonely, and then get between them. Hit up that eye. Now I swear I'm getting my mind out of the gutter, guys. Like, fuck. I really probably should have hooked up with those chicks, but I'm not really into like random hookups with people that are like really loose, so to speak. Or free-spirited maybe is a better term. It's like I'm really paranoid about viruses and diseases. Like, I kind of like not having any STDs, so I'm a little bit more careful than I guess some of my other male counterparts. No, so those girls were whistling at me, and then after that I continued to the bike ride because like, I shouldn't really hook up with these chicks. A, I have a bike and they have a car, so I'd be like, hey, you want to throw my bike in your car and let's go for a ride? Or you can all get on the bike and I can try to double or triple or quadruple this. That'd be a disaster. I don't know, what is it? 3 or 4 girls at once on a bike might sound good at first, but pretty sure it will end in disaster. Now, so then I continued on to my brother's place, made it to the bonfire, and he was asking if I wanted some booze, like a couple beers. So I'm like, hey, it's like, I haven't been smoking any weed. And they were actually offering me weed the whole time. I was like, no, I'm staying clean for now. No weed. As long as I can pull it off without my back getting hurt, I'm gonna try to do it. So yeah, so then I denied the weed, and he's like, okay, well, have beer at least. I'm like, yeah, let's have a beer, so at least I can get a little glow. So I fucking chugged back a whole bunch of beer, and then after I got home, well, I fucking got a ride home, or walked my bike home. Can you tell when I'm lying? I swear I'm not lying. I walked the bike. So anyways, I walked the bike home, and then when I got home, I was like still a little bit hammered. So I tried to sober up before I went to bed. And then I remembered that, hey, like some people say that when you drink a lot of booze, it affects your sleep. So yep, same thing. That fucking dream recall that I should have been having, it was suppressed by the booze. I didn't dream at all. Actually, I barely even slept at all. 2 or 3 hours is all I got. So I'm so used to waking up at the crack of dawn that when I go to bed at 2 or 3 in the morning, I still wake up at the same time. So I'm probably going to need a nap at some point today, although the cannabis is giving me that, or quitting cannabis is giving me the ability to stay awake for long periods of time. Excuse me. Sorry guys, I think some of the beer is still working its way out. Now I can't remember what beer I was drinking. I think maybe it was Heineken. My brother is really big into getting those little mini kegs. He's really big into mini. King of contradiction. No, anyways, yeah, he's really into Heineken and those little mini kegs, so he poured me some glasses from that. It's pretty tasty beer. Although I find it did give me a hangover off a very small amount, so I was like, shit. I don't know how clean of an alcohol it is. It's more than likely just my system. Now I'm keeping my eyes peeled today for some tornadoes. I live in the, Southern Ontario's greatest tornado alley. We actually get storm chasers from all over the world to come to our area. Which is kind of weird, because I always thought the southern states had worse tornadoes, but maybe it's times of year. Like sometimes of the year the storm chasers come here and other times they go to the States. But anyway, so today we're in not only the warning zone, not only the extreme warning zone, but we're actually, I think what they call it, like, not even extreme warning, but they're like almost guaranteed occurring. I forget, it's like extreme warning. We're only a few minutes away out of that area on the map. So I'm pretty sure that storm could shift a little bit one way or the other, so I'm keeping an eye out today. Now, the last few episodes of the show I was talking about that I was in a risk of a tornado area, but that was actually still in the green. They were saying just light chances of tornadoes, so it went from green, yellow to orange to red, and I'm like right on the edge of the orange yellow, or not orange yellow, red orange. Yeah, red orange, right on the border of that. Yeah, maybe what I'll do is if I get a really epic storm, I'll record it and post it on my YouTube channel so people can see what storms in southern Ontario are like. They're actually very impressive. As destructive as they are, they're extremely beautiful at the same time. So like the whole Magi thing, creation and destruction, they both have beauty to them. They all play their part in the universe. Alright, I'm gonna stop it with this other tee, because I'm sure I gave it enough attention. So now I'm gonna get between the tees. Between the tees is my favorite position. Damn gutter. Yeah, hopefully I don't get a real hot chick for a girlfriend soon and then lose all my fucking in the gutter talk. I'm pretty sure I don't have to worry about that happening anytime soon. Not because no hot chicks are after me, it's because I always turn them down for some reason. Now, I realized what it is. I'm a very selfish person, and it's like I love my free time so much that I don't want to share any of it. Fucking selfish. So usually the only time I actually get involved in a relationship with a girl is if she's doing the same things that I like to do. So then I'm not giving up any of my free time to do other shit I don't want to do. And meeting girls like that is pretty rare. So that's why I'm maybe trying to expand my fields of what I do. I figure if I do different things, maybe they'll open up the field to a bigger playing field, right? Like if you're only going for girls in Entropia, it's probably going to be pretty slim pickings. Just for the amount of girls that play Entropia are worth their weight in gold, so most guys have already tried to marry them. And then I was thinking disc golf, it might improve my chances of meeting girls, but to be honest, there's not really many girls at disc golf either, so it's mainly just a whole bunch of horny guys. Not that that's what I'm into. Alright, how are we doing on time? We're about 20 minutes into the show. I was thinking I want to go collect some oil really bad, so yeah, that's what I'll do. And then in the process of collecting some oil, I'm going to try a different terminal. Let's see, what did this one give me? I did 166 clicks. I got 1 blueprint. And barely 3 ped loot. So, let's give it a little change up. Now, I promised to leave Toulan today, but I forgot that I had to finish my crafting. And who knows, if I go really quick, maybe I can finish still. Finishing quick is my specialty. That's what she said. Ah, shit. Come on, man. Stop making fun of yourself all the time. Now, I was talking about that on my other show. It's like I gotta stop being such a harsh critic on myself. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was just my roommate asking if she wanted to go pick up some stuff. I I keep trying to tell her, it's like, man, you shouldn't be shopping every day. Even though you're wearing a mask, it's like, it's still not 100% guaranteed. That's the one thing I'm a little bit against the mask rule. It almost creates a sense of false security. Like, people that used to be locking down very strictly, all of a sudden found out that they could wear a mask and just do everything as normal. But really that isn't the case, because the mask is only reducing the risk by like 2%. So it's like, dear God, man, a 2% decrease, you should still be isolating, right? Okay, I'm already at that teleporter that I needed to go. I was just about to try flying again. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm already here. No, and there was the other bad news too, that in Canada, someone was already shot to death for not wearing a mask. So I'm like, we're at the point where masks haven't saved anyone, and then the body bags are continuing to pile up. Remind you of the lockdown at all? No, who knows, I shouldn't be so harsh on that. Maybe the fucking situation is just different from what I'm perceiving it as. And usually what I perceive things is way off from reality, so... I'll admit it. Well, that's the other thing I was going to explain to everyone too, is why I act so fucked up. Not that it's an excuse or anything, but it's like I'm a very, very strong traded Sagittarius. And I don't know if you know any other Sagittariuses, but they're usually brutally honest. Like, normally when someone says something, they'll try to sugarcoat it or just not say it at all. But you can probably tell that I'm not really like that. I'm the exact opposite. I'll fucking tell you right straight to your face, even if it hurts your feelings. And even in the traits thing, it's like that's actually an advantage to Sagittarius, but it also often backfires. Because most people really aren't cool with that, so I just piss people off. Right, now how the hell do I get in the vehicle? I'm trying to get in. Do I just click it once? There we go. Last time I fucking picked it up, so I'm like, what the hell? Oh yeah, I forgot to put the map. Yeah, so I hope everyone's adventures in Entropia are going good. I'm going to start trying to watch other people's Entropia videos. If anyone wants to send me some links to shit they're doing. If anyone wants to collaborate on a video. I know I talked to a bunch of people on collaborating, and I was hoping to get my software working out perfect before I could do it. But it's looking like it's never going to be perfect, so we could just try to do the best we can if anyone wants to try. And I appreciate it if anyone can do that, because I got a really important, like, ancient, well, not ancient mystery, gravity well research webinar coming up. And I've got a really cool guest coming for it, so I'd really like to be able to figure out if the guest thing is going to work beforehand. I know it's kind of mean to say that I'll use Entropians as experimental test subjects. I swear I usually never do that. No, but I notice when I do podcast, if I I'll say hi to this guy. If you do a podcast with a guest and it fucks up the recording, God, is it a lot of stress. Like, I fucked up a bunch of podcasts when I had guests on, and I was stressed out for months after it. So, the whole technical issues is really the hardest part I find for podcasting. Who was it? Andrew? He said he was doing some podcasting. I can't remember I think it was an Entropia game session. But he was saying the same issues. He was having really bad lag and all that. And I think it must be that you're borderline needing a supercomputer to fucking stream while playing Entropia. Hey, it's raining in the game. It hasn't started raining outside yet. It's supposed to be in a half hour, a sprinkle, and then 2 or 3 hours after that, the tornado is supposed to be here. Now, when I was a kid, because we live in Tornado Alley, they used to get all the students, like, you know, you do fire drills when you live in, like, normal school areas. Well, not only did we have fire drills, but we had tornado drills. So has anyone had a tornado drill at their school before? No, at the tornado drill, what we would do is the teacher would get all the students to go hide in the basement of, like, the school, in the hallways where there was no windows, and go like this and, like, pretend like there was a tornado and we had to duck and cover. Man, it's It's like most people didn't have issues with it, but of course there's a few bullies in the class, and guess what they did? They fucking found a girl in the class who was like, I can't remember if she was like maybe autistic or maybe she's not, and I shouldn't be saying that, but anyways, they started teasing this girl, saying that there was a real tornado and that we're all gonna die, and that that's why the teachers were making us do that. And man, she was like bawling her eyes out. I'm like, God, how could you be that mean of a bully to do that to a girl, right? Jeez. No, it wasn't me doing the bullying, just to clarify. No, those bullies, I actually got bullied a lot in school too, by those same bullies. And when I was growing up, I didn't like bullies because they were fucking annoying me. But when I got older, I realized that the bullies actually taught me a lot of life lessons, that when I got older and got into the real world after school, I started using those lessons, and they helped save me. So I was like, shit, in a way, the bullies prepared me for what it was like to be like in rough situations in real life. Now, like one situation I'll put for example is like when the bullies would pick on me, a lot of cases, really I could just fight them because I'm bigger than them and I could easily crush them. But what I would do is like, I was always like the church goer. It was like, hey, pacifist, make sure you don't fight people. So I was like, fuck the bullies, I'll just ignore them instead of beating them up. But then I realized that that always wasn't the best solution. So one day when we had like this class meet where we went to play sports with another school. I think it was like another 2 or 3 classes. And then the bully started bullying me in front of the other classes, so guess what I did? Right, I stood up in front of him, the bully, while all the other classes were watching. I was like, hey, you want to bully me? Let's fucking fight right now. I'll fight you right here. Are you chicken shit? And guess what happened? He fucking ran. So I was like, yeah, that's really the best way that you can deal with bullies, is expose them as bullies in front of a whole bunch of other people that they don't even know, like strangers. And like, I think what it was is, the bully didn't want to be embarrassed by getting beat up in front of all those other kids. So he didn't want to be exposed as being like weak or whatever, right? So I took that same life lesson, and when I moved on to doing factory work as an adult, surprise, surprise, you start running into bullies at work. So there was this one bully who was like, he was making fun of me because I was the janitor in the factory. He's like, oh, making all these jokes, calling me an idiot and all this stuff. So you know what I did? And in front of everyone in the factory, I walk right up to him and stand like a millimeter from his face. Like, hey, buddy, you want to come meet me out outside after work? I got something I want to talk to you about. Never said a word to me again. The bullying ended there. So it's kind of like, you really don't have to use violence in a lot of cases. It's just like, you got to stand up for yourself, right? I'm lucky that the bullies taught me that lesson, because man, if I didn't know that guy in the factory, he would have never let up. He would have just kept fucking teasing me and shit, making jokes, trying to make me the laughing stock of the factory. So in a way, like, I know, like, if anyone's going through bullying, try to just make it through it and think of them as a personal trainer that's helping you for free. Looks like I don't see any oil here. What the hell's going on? Must be what those guys were saying is true. If you don't kill the mobs, there ain't gonna be oil. I don't see any other players here yet, so I was kind of hoping to come here and find enough oil to make up some of the crafting losses from today. Now, I know the weirdest thing about that bully, we're still friends today. I don't know if he's watching the show. Hopefully I didn't insult him too bad, but no, we still talk, and it's like, he actually came by my place the other day. He was biking past the house, and he stopped to say hi. We hadn't seen each other in like 20 years. We ended up doing a little bit of partying together and reminiscing on the good old days when we used to fight. That was kind of weird, like talking to someone that you used to fight with all the time, but That's like the power of forgiveness. Like, you can take someone who used to be your worst enemy and turn them into a friend. Forgiveness is very powerful. I think people underestimate the power of forgiveness. And people would be like, oh, you're such a sissy, fucking forgiving people and stuff. It's like, actually forgiving people is the harder thing to do. So it almost makes you like more manly. I don't think the oil can spread this far. I'm just running around in here to try to lose that creature that's killing me. I don't think I'm gonna lose him. Looks like he's got me. Sometimes what I'll do for this is just lure the mob really far away and then die, so that it takes the mob a long time to fly back. Well, not that long, but long enough to give me a chance to collect oil with no interruptions. Let's see, is he able to hit me in here? Oh yeah. Oh fuck. I got two of them after me, that's why. So I think what happened was someone collected the oil, ran away, and then the mobs just flew back. That's probably what happened. Yeah, so anyone hoping to make the trip here and get some easy oil, you can see some days it's easy, some days not so. Maybe I'll do a little bit of crafting and then run back there after. I really want to get the crafting done before I leave. Oh, here's some players. Let's say hi. Excuse me. Holy shit. Maybe I'll try equipping the tool for good luck. You know what they say, having a good tool is half the battle. Sorry. Mind in the gutter again. Okay, try to remember everything that people were commenting in the videos. The one guy said to go to Cyrene, the other guy said he wanted to buy Mankini. Another person was asking if they wanted to add me as a friend, so I added them. Now, if anyone's adding me as a friend because you liked yesterday's episode, you should be ashamed of yourself. That was not the real me. That was me fucking cranky as fuck. Now, I think what it is, the world events are starting to get to everyone in a way, so it's nice to have a break in Entropia, right? We don't have to discuss politics and all that shit. I'll try to keep it that way. Alright, so, oh, welding wire print. See, sometimes you just gotta change up the terminals, right? What I'll do is I'm gonna look to see how many welding wire prints I have now. It's probably a decent amount. Holy, 385 clicks. Let's check out the market value. 116. Fuck, it made it as high as 140. So I shouldn't complain too much. 140% times 3 ped. That's like a decent markup. Not if you're gonna make it rich, but just to break even on a really small crafting run. Hey, Bonnie just logged in. Hey, Bonnie's got a cool first name. I never even seen that. Bonnie Elena? God, I'm horrible at reading names. Bonnie Knight. Yeah, the only thing that every time Bonnie's name comes up, it always triggers the memory of Beamer. Because I'm thinking, geez, Beamer's back. And I'm like, ah, fuck, Beamer's dead. Yeah, I have to try to get over that soon. Yeah. Now, I did get a whole bunch of bad news this week. That's another reason why I was so fucking upset yesterday. Turns out my grandma had to go into the hospital for surgery to get some stuff taken out, like, I think tumors or shit. And they were hoping that it hadn't spread so bad. but then we got the bad news that it did spread. And she's probably got less than a year to live. So that kind of made me a bit upset this week too. Not to say that's any excuse or anything, but try to give some perspective. And I figured I was going to take the episode down because after I recorded, I was like, holy fuck, man, that episode was so offensive. But I figure I got to put one offensive episode up there, leave it, and try to always remind myself never to do that again. Because if I just erase history, I'll fucking forget it and repeat it. Hint, hint. Yeah, so what do we got action-wise? Should I go for the titty again? I don't know. I do crave titty. Yeah, let's do one full one, eh? I gotta stop being such a perv and going for titties. No, for a second I was looking at how to spell condition, and I was like, is there any other words in there? D-I-C? No, T. Alright, did I even get a success yet? Let's get a near success that's a global. Show everyone that it's possible. Not that I'm chasing globals with a print like this. Yeah, maybe some people could post it in the comments in the chat. Am I wrong to say that this print never globals? Can you actually global with it? Like, what else could you do? Oh yeah, maybe if the quality rating was a bit higher. Let's check. What do I got for quality rating? 90. It's getting up there. God, go away, you son of a filter. Let's try. Ooh. Do I dare? My favorite position with the bigger print? Ooh. Oh, it's only one click. So I don't know, like that uses way more fucking explosive projectiles, and the loot isn't really that much better, right? Like, I guess 45 pec is better than the 1 or 2 pecs, but hell, I've been able to get 7 ped from the other print. Come on, stop, stop! Ooh, alright. Won't chance it anymore. I did a full condition, got a success. I'm not going to push it past that. Hopefully that helps fucking improve my crafting run profits. I'm a little bit doubtful. We'll see. Ah, fuck, one click again. One thing I like about that print is if I need to finish a crafting run quicker, I can just use it. Not too bad though, eh? I had the bigger print, got a success, and it was still like almost shit loot. Oh, but that was close. Can you imagine? That was very, very, very close to the global. Now, to be honest, I have gotten a global on Monria with a print that is equal to this value, like really cheap to use. But I've only had it happen once out of maybe 70,000 clicks, somewhere around there. Maybe even 100,000 clicks. So that's a pretty low ratio. And the same thing happened. I landed on Monria. I'm like, oh, I'll boost up the meter because I just landed. Clicked it. Boom. Global. And then the rest of the run on Monria, shit. So really, I should just got that global and then left. Alright, there's quite a bit of fails in a row on a high quality. Ah, fuck, I was gonna boost it up. Excuse me. Alright, I think what I need to do is eat some breakfast and get the last of this fucking beer out of my system. Dear God. Alright, there was a near success, and they only gave me 3, or 0.3. Where was that near success global? Like, really? You give me a little bit more than 0.3, please. Please? I don't want to beg, but... And I think I've had it to here with this terminal. I did get that one big thing. So what I'll do is I'll take the teleporter to a new... Oh, I don't have a teleporter here, for fuck's sakes. Now, it's another thing, the way they're designing these planets. Like, if I was designing a planet in a game where you died at the oil rig, the place you spawned would have a fucking teleporter. Why? Because it makes it fun to play. But it's like, the way they've designed it is when you die, you spawn in a place with no teleporter, and then you have to fucking waste oil to get back to where you need to teleport. So right there, that makes it not fun to play. It almost makes me want to turn the game off and stop playing. So I don't know, like, anyone who makes Entropia, you might want to take that in consideration sometimes. Like, maybe don't make the game fucking annoying as hell. Alright, but before I go for a flight, let's get a quick message from the sponsor. Today's show was brought to you by Crack. Crack, it'll fuck you up. Ah! Did you guys ever know that? That's why in Hollywood, where they have that clipboard. Come on, like, fucker. No, the reason they have that Hollywood clipboard is so when the editors get into the editing room, they can see if the audio and the video are in sync by looking at when it hits, if it's at the right time. It's funny, because I took film school for years. I'm pretty sure they taught us that, but then I forgot. Oh, God. Every time I hit that Alt key, it goes to that fucking mental way of controlling. And maybe someone could explain that to me in the chat too. Like, I'm pretty sure the reason they did that new camera system that's all fucked up is so that it would help fix the shops on Rocktropia and other places maybe. Because those shops were fucked. That every time your customers would come in, if they moved the camera around too much, it would fucking make the whole shop disconnect and then have to reload all the items. So a lot of times you get into a shop and you'd want to buy something, but you can't, because every time you go in, you're trying to buy it, it just refreshes and refreshes, so you can never actually see the fucking items. So they had to try to fix that, and that's probably why they did the camera angle change. But maybe there's another reason to it. Yeah, and sorry if I did the sponsor message twice. I recorded 2 shows back to back today, because when I was out drinking last night, I didn't have time to do the Clone Evolution show. And normally I do it in the evening and Entropia in the morning. It's nice to get some action at both times a day. Mind in the gutter again. Who am I kidding? Action twice a day. It's more like 5 times a day for me. Why can I not land? Or what? I can't fly? I can't enter the area. I think I flew to the wrong place. Son of a fuck whore. I was thinking, I'm like, I'm not flying to the teleporter. No. And then I was thinking too, if Entropia would be smart, when you create a new waypoint, get rid of the old one. Like, you see how it's one of those features that, again, it's making the game fucking annoying to play? I noticed that's what Nintendo was really good at. They said a lot of times when they were making games, they thought, hey, we shouldn't do this because it doesn't look proper in the game. And then they realized that, oh my fucking god, I can't even fucking move. Like, here's another thing. They design it so the fucking game is goddamn annoying as hell to play. You son of a fuck whore. I don't want to fucking deal with this bullshit. Oh god, it pisses me off how many stupid things they program into the game. Alright, so I'm going to use the teleporter. No, it's really my own fault. I shouldn't be blaming the game. I was the fucking moron who flew to the wrong location because the fucking waypoint was telling me the wrong goddamn directions. See, this is really pissing me off because I was hoping to finish the fucking crafting mission. But no, what do? I get fucking hours of bullshit because of stupid shit they put in the game. That's what I was getting at. Nintendo, a lot of cases are like, hey, the game, it's so proper, but it's not fun. So let's take some of the properness out of it and just change it so it's actually fun. Even if it doesn't look proper or whatever, it's not the way you wanted it, at least it's fun. It's like, fuck. Now the whole fun issue, I'm trying to get fucking Entropians to get a convention going in Entropia. It's like, come on guys, if we want this game ever to be as big as World of Warcraft, you gotta start doing more shit. You tried something, it didn't work, try something new. So that's often what I realize in life. Sometimes people say they keep trying, and eventually it'll work. It'll be like, no, you can keep trying, and if you're doing it wrong, it'll never work. You have to change what you're doing. It's like, you want to do a hunting mission? No thanks, I don't want to lose Ped. And I wonder what Bonnie's doing in her stream. Should check, see what planet she's on. Ah, the Athena spaceport in Calypso. I'm gonna do a video there. Does anyone like that location? Do you know what's there? There's a little secret that's there. Maybe I'll save it for when I get there. Alright, let's make sure the fucking waypoint is at the right place. Alright, it is. Not that I blame the game for my mistakes again. Now, that's the one thing in life that's easy to do, is blaming other people for your own mistakes. I notice that's happening a lot in culture these days, so it's like, come on guys, you gotta have some self-responsibility. I can't blame Mindark for every fucking mistake I make. Alright, so I'm flying to this teleporter, and if it has a crafting terminal, I'll probably use it. Give it a try. Shit. Only got about 10 minutes left to go. Finish this crafting. I'm going to try to end today's episode by finishing the crafting, getting into my ship, and leaving. And I'm going to fly towards Calypso, assuming that that guy that wanted to buy it is on Calypso. I guess I shouldn't assume it, I should just check. Oh god, this is the place that I wanted to try to get away from. Alright, so I'll land here, maybe try a different teleporter. Come on! Now what happened was I had the mouse on the other screen, I guess, and then I couldn't control it. Alright, fuck it looking for a new teleporter. Let's try using this one. This crafting terminal looks a little better. It's probably the one I just used and forgot. Yeah, let's try that. Alright, can I finish 180 clicks in 10 minutes? Let's hope. Whew, need to stretch. Now, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but my neck tends to act up a fair bit, and it's due to that concussion injury I had. When I got hit in the head with the metal bar, fucking, not only did it crack my skull and cut all the veins, but it also fucked my neck. I was thinking I was lucky, because I'm pretty sure the neck took most of the impact. Because how hard I got hit with the bar, I don't even know how I survived. Like, it was enough to, like, smash concrete. So I was like, holy fuck, how did my head survive? Now, I won't try to get too much into the accident, because really, even talking about it, I start to get a little bit fucking post-traumatic stress. Yeah, well, I should even mention, like, be careful if you guys ever get injured at work and they send you to those government insurance offices to get examined. I had this one lady, she was the head of the neurology department in Toronto, and I fucking begged her. I'm like, I'm in really rough shape. Can you cut me a little slack and not fucking scream at me when I have a concussion? She wouldn't. She just kept fucking doing it. And we're sitting in an office, and I'm like, lady, unless you start treating me with some respect, I'm fucking walking out of this office. I have a serious fucking concussion. You're yelling and screaming at me. I'm not liking it. What did she do? She just ignored me, and she kept fucking doing it. And then she got all this power because she's a government insurance. She's like, either you do everything I say or I'll cut off all your money. So you won't get anything from being injured. You won't get anything to cover your medical expenses. I was like, you fucking bitch. Well, I couldn't believe it. Like, she actually got me to the point where I was so angry. I was fucking just bawling my eyes out. And she was still yelling at me. And it was funny too. And what she was yelling at me about, I was like, okay, I'm in a bad concussion. I can't even tell what's all wrong with me. And my family's telling me there's some serious shit. Go get it checked out. And what does she say? She's like, your family's lying. They're making it up. There's nothing wrong with you. And I'm like, you haven't even done any tests yet. Why would you say something like that? She's like, I don't believe that you're injured. It's like, could we do an MRI, X-ray, anything to find out if I'm actually injured before you start making these fucking accusations? You fucking witch. Now, I shouldn't be so mean to her, but God, of all the doctors, I couldn't believe the head of neurology department in Toronto was that fucking cruel. Like, she was abusing me. I was like, dear God, it's like, do you really assume in Canadian healthcare that because it's free, you have to be abused? It's like, I don't think that's right. Like, I'd rather just go to the States and fucking pay for my medical conditions than deal with that bullshit. Because I was paying anyways. They would just cut me off from funding. I was like, what the fuck? No, it was a rough situation. I'm glad I got most of it behind me. I'll try not to talk too much about it. But if anyone's wondering why my short-term memory is so horrible, it's not just the vaporizer. It was getting bad before from the vaporizer, but getting a severe concussion made it way worse. Now, I heard a bunch of UFC fighters say the same thing. Like John Jones, he said he can't remember anything from 2 seconds ago either. And then he's had quite a few concussions. That fight with Gustafsson, holy fuck, man. The first one was beating on both sides. The second fight, Gustafsson had nothing left. Yeah, wasn't it weird, eh? It's like John Jones beat Gustafsson so bad that he couldn't even ever fight again. He tried, but he just sucked. It's like he went into that defensive mode. Like BJ Penn. I don't know if you ever seen him fight. It's like he was great until all of a sudden he got some bad concussions. Then after those, he could never attack again. He was always just defensive. And I think it's something in the brain is like changes, so you're no longer violent and all you think about is defense. I noticed that too. Like when I had my concussion, I couldn't even watch UFC for like at least 8 months. Because every time I seen someone get hit in the head, all of a sudden it would bring back the post-traumatic stress of getting hit in the head. But thank God, after about 1.5 years, I was able to start watching UFC and enjoying it again. Right, since I have so little time, let's speed this up by the other print. I know I was saying it in the other game that I was playing, every time you play a game and you try to rush it, usually that's when the worst mistakes happen. Let's try the first tee. Yeah, so maybe I'll do a little bit more cannabis alchemy talk in the next episode. Get any of my results from how the cutting back from cannabis is going. This is day 3, it's starting to go pretty good. Day 4 tomorrow should be even better. Hopefully I'll have some dreams to report on. I was actually kind of disappointed that I didn't get the flood dreaming last night. Oh, there's another ped. Alright, so after we finish these clicks, I'll have to go use the storage terminal. Oh, come on! Oh, there we go. Just as I was bitching. You asshole! Let's put it full. Or do the last one. It's definitely not going to be a success, so I might as well turn it up anyways. After a good 3-8 ped, there's no way. There we go. That was kind of dumb. For the last click, I should have just turned it to full quality. What was I thinking? Alright, so let's go to the storage terminal. Or no, trade terminal first. How much ped did I buy of nanocubes? I believe it was around... Must have been around 30 ped, I believe. 30 ped in nanocubes. So let's see, what kind of loot return did I get? Ah, fuck. I knew it. I should have fucking... Or wait, did I sell everything? I was trying to think, like... Maybe I was still carrying the shrapnel from the last crafting run? I'm pretty sure I'm not. I'm pretty sure I sold all the explosive projectiles and all that. So really, I did make 6 ped? Is that possible? And then not only the 6 ped, but I also got the other blueprints. And I was thinking that the welding wire prints were all from this run, but I'm pretty sure I got welding wire prints from the last crafting run on the other planet, but I don't recall. So maybe someone could put in the chat. Did I get all the welding wire prints here, if anyone was paying attention? Alright, so yeah. Trade terminal. Do I want to trade terminal all this stuff? I'm pretty sure I do. I don't want the shrapnel. Don't want the metal residue. Let's check the markup on it. I don't think any of it's super high. Yeah, 102 is almost worthless. 101, worthless. No markup value. Alright, let's sell it. For some reason I'm thinking I shouldn't. Fuck. Probably the guy next to me wants to buy metal residue. Meanwhile I'm fucking selling it to the trade terminal. What I could do is put the metal residue in auction and try to sell it, but we all recall how that experiment went last time. It's too small of a stack, also. Alright, so now my ped flow is looking a little bit better. Let's check storage, see what the deal is with that. Do I got any sweat I gotta drop off? No. Oh, I got the oil. So what do you think I should do with the oil, everyone? Maybe I'll convert it and throw it in my ship? Yeah, that's a good plan. Now I'm pretty sure, like, maybe I'll go back into the archive and check. But if I had to guess, this run to, what is it, Toulan was actually a profitable trip. Not by like huge margins, but I don't think I lost any money doing it. Or ped. The good old porcupine epidemic diarrhea, or explosive diarrhea. I hope everyone doesn't think about that every time they hear ped now. I remember I told this one girl in Entropia, I'm like, you realize what PED also stands for? And she's like, what? I'm like, porcupine explosive diarrhea. She's like, no! That's so gross! It's like, yes, it is gross. Boys are gross. Men even more. No, really, I don't know how any women put up with men. We must have something they want. Ooh, that was close. Almost got in without converting the oil first. Bet you a few people are like, don't forget the oil! Don't forget the oil! The pirates are like, forget the oil! Forget the oil! Alright, E, that's the shit. It's crazy time! I used to play Crazy Taxi for my Dreamcast a lot, and I was realizing that's one of my favorite sayings. It's crazy! Let's put the oil in the shit. Put it in. Put it in. Get my mind out of the gutter. No, if any of the YouTube censors are watching, I swear to God, none of this is in a sexual nature. There's a good explanation for all of it, I swear. Perfectly good explanation. I forgot to check, did all the oil convert? Yeah, there we go. Now, sometimes when you go to convert oil, you probably notice it might leave a couple extra barrels kicking. So in that case, you probably want to do that. Check, make sure you don't have a couple. Although sometimes I do, just to be nice, I'll carry like one peck of loot. So when the pirates loot you, they're like, yeah, I got loot! Oh. What I used to do too is carry one dung. So every time the pirate kills me, they get a piece of shit. Be like, yep, that piece of shit just cost you how many ped? Now, I don't like to pick on pirates because the first guild I ever joined happened to be not pirates, but pirate hunters. It was a pretty cool guild. What they would do is they would follow pirates around. So when they seen a pirate loot someone, they would fucking attack the pirate and kill him and take the loot back. And it was a very entertaining process. I was surprised how fun it was. Because A, you got the satisfaction of killing someone like a pirate. But B, you could talk to the person who just got loot and be like, hey man, do you want some of your loot back? That's why I try not to hate on bad things in life. Because really, without bad things, good things wouldn't seem so much better. Right. To play it safe here, I think what I'll do... Yeah, let's put it here. Alright, where is the waypoint? There it is. Have anyone noticed that a lot of the waypoints we're creating these days show up very low? I don't know why that is. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna like fly at the planet rather than setting it to where that waypoint is. Or maybe that's slower? Let's see how fast it's going. It is substantially faster. Well, let's aim it at that. It says that it's getting me there quicker. Let's hope it's not lying to me. Right, so before I end this stream, yeah, I don't really have time for anything else, so yeah, we'll have to do it tomorrow. Alright, thanks for watching the show, everyone. Sorry again for yesterday's episode. Can't apologize enough. Hope I didn't ruin everyone's day by releasing such a mean-spirited video. And yeah, I'm not laughing to make fun of it. It's actually because I laugh to relieve stress. Try to avoid ulcers. Alright, so big shout out to everyone who's been watching the show. And thanks to my patrons and everyone who signed up at the links below. Yeah, just click the more info button. You can get some money into Entropia through Entropia partners. They'll pay you to watch my videos. They pay you to listen to the radio. They got all the surveys and stuff. I usually never mention that because surveys sometimes can be boring. But I should actually emphasize one thing I forgot is when you're doing surveys on Entropia partners, sometimes it's actually pretty rare, but maybe like once a week or so, a really fun survey will come out. Like one survey was from the Ontario Cannabis Store. So I'm like, holy shit, I got to do a survey about what kinds of weed I like and which ones I've tried, which ones I liked, which ones I didn't. And I was like, holy shit, that was probably the most fun survey I ever did. And I'm pretty sure they paid me like 40 ped. And it took me like 10 minutes. So I'm like, compare that to sweating, right? Like, that was probably the most fun 40 ped I've ever earned. Right, so yeah, I'm not just trying to convince everyone to help me, but really once you sign up for Entropia partners, you can get the affiliate link from them also, and then add it to your Entropia channel. So you can help people get ped for free, or for a little bit of work in Entropia partners. And not only that, but then you get a cut of it, so. And yeah, it gets people away from the routine of like saying, oh, I don't want to play Entropia because I always have to deposit real money, and I don't want to sweat to get it. Well, there is other alternatives. You don't actually have to deposit money to get it in. You can use Entropia partners. And there's other couple of different like places other than Entropia partners, and I tested them out a little, but I just liked Entropia partners the best. And having them share my videos was a big factor in that too. That was really nice of them. Yeah, so sorry to Entropia partners about yesterday's episode too. I'll make sure to never do that kind of shit again. Or at least I'll try not to unless I forget. Fuck. No, I'm pretty sure I won't forget that because that one's in my long-term memory. Alright, anything else was there? Oh yeah, the affiliate link below for swag bucks. Never underestimate the swag bucks. It's like having a cashback card except it works online. And yeah, every time you do those, you can sign up for your cashback and get the affiliate link also, so you can start sharing it. Right, I won't keep this ending going forever. What do I got? So if you happen to bring your vaporizer with you, and there's some girls catcalling you, and when they're catcalling and they're whistling, some of their saliva shoots out and goes right into your vaporizer. You vaporize human saliva. Then give it a dislike. But if that didn't happen, I appreciate all the likes I can get. You know, after yesterday's, I couldn't even look at how many dislikes. They're just piling up, so. Hopefully I don't do another video like that and kill my fucking will to do the show with dislikes. So appreciate any of the extra likes, and that was the sponsors, the likes, the vaporizer. Oh yeah, last thing, almost forgot. For God's sakes, people, I'm not lying to you. Make sure you never purchase the products from my sponsor. I'm serious. It will ruin your life. Bye for now. Don't forget to subscribe. I swear, I'll be nice next time. Play the playlist, even if you have to leave home.